Well, hey guys, as things start to move ahead, I thought we might do a little quick video of what you might start to see and what you might expect to see out at the wreck site in Baltimore where the dolly struck the bridge. Things are going to start moving in here to help start picking up this debris. We're going to kind of take a little flight here with the NTSB drone over the site. And if you haven't seen it yet, Dr. Sal Macagliano with What's Going On with Shipping, that's another YouTube channel. Just a tremendous job that he does informing everyone what's going on with the world of global shipping. And he's really just a wealth of knowledge, and he has really jumped on this incident and has some great information over there. But he talked today about who's in charge and the way things ought to be, and it's great. I'll leave a little link here to go for you guys to be sure to go check that out. But I'm going to tell you what I think is going to happen, and what'll more than likely happen is that they'll establish a unified command, and that will probably be made up of the United States Coast Guard, the Maryland Department of Transportation. It'll probably have some involvement from the Maryland Department of Wildlife or Natural Resources, and there'll be representatives there from the salvage operations. Now, understand Resolve is going to take care of the dolly and the issues that it has. It's obviously sustained a lot of damage. And Don John's going to take care of the bridge. Some of this is already going on. This is a survey boat, and these images I've kind of put in here are from the Golden Ray project down in Georgia. I spent a lot of time on the water there documenting what happened there. This is a sonar boat. Expect to see a lot of this type of activity, these type of vessels. You're going to see other surface vessels out there like the safety boat maintaining the area of clear around the wreck site. The Coast Guard is doing that job now, but expect that to be passed along as these contractors get into play. And one of the big things that's going to be going on here, there's going to be some diving involved in this, and that's a big thing with the sonar. They got to map out all this debris that's on the ground, let the structural engineers look at it to try to formulate an attack plan so that the dive guys, and this is a dive boat that was used on the project in Georgia, there'll be quite a few of these guys on scene, and they're going to be doing a lot of the tough work, working through the tides and current down in these areas around this debris field. It's going to be a very challenging event. I don't see them being able to just grab a hold of these pieces and lift them up. They're going to have to be sectioned off in the water, then probably lifted up with some pretty heavy equipment, and it's specialized equipment that'll come in. There are limited resources on the derrick barges that'll probably be necessary for the job. I know that Don John has lifting capabilities with the Chesapeake. We may see the Chesapeake on scene with Don John, but more than likely they're going to have to go outside and look for other contractors to come in and help with lifting that. I threw a few images in here coming up of some of these vessels that will probably be used, or vessels like them, so you guys can understand what's going to be going on out there. And there's probably going to be quite a few of them. When they do get going, I would expect the priority be the recovery of any vehicles that are in the water, and then if possible to get those out first, and then move on. And probably the priority is going to be getting that channel open, that section of span that is down between the two pylons there, the support pylons of the bridge, so that they can at least get some traffic moving back and forth through the whole port area. That's going to have its own limitations, especially if you have people in the water. That's going to take some coordination. But understand that the port of Baltimore, and Baltimore as a community right now is really going to be reeling from the economic loss they're going to suffer here. But these are some images of some of the derrick barges that were used in the project at the Golden Ray. Massive pieces of equipment, very heavy lifting capabilities. Also expect to see a lot of barges. They're going to have barges on standby to place this material. From what I understand, they've got some areas in Baltimore that they're going to be able to utilize to move the material, the stage material, so it can be cut up and further be recycled or moved off site. Also expect the Fort Olmsted area, that boat ramp that's here, that whole area is probably going to be commandeered for this project, and I would expect even into the bridge construction project because of where that area is located, right adjacent to the incident site. They will probably take that area over to utilize it. I understand that it was a command post for the initial responders, and I would assume that they are still utilizing that facility because of its proximity to the site. There's going to be a lot of cleanup that has to happen here with this project, and how long is it going to take to get I would expect if they can get resources moving, and I'm sure that those negotiations and talks with the resources that are going to be needed have already taken place or currently taking place, and they're trying to mobilize as quickly as they can. Every day, I think the estimate on the economy right now for the Port of Baltimore, it's $100 million a day loss. Just tremendous economic impact for this entire area. So they need to get it open, and of course they're going to have to get the ship resolved. It's going to have to deal with the ship. They have placed a containment boom around it. You can kind of see that down in the water right along the waterline of the ship. But they still have to deal with whatever damage has occurred, and we haven't seen. They probably have and know what they're up against when the ship grounded against that tower. What kind of damage was done to the bottom of the ship? It's going to be a while before this ship can probably go back to sea. I would expect it's probably going to go back into the Port of Baltimore and probably be unloaded there. These containers will probably come off of it before it is moved away for repairs. But the damage that is underneath the water is of great concern. There is the potential for environmental impacts there if there is a breach. So it's going to be a job to do that. And Don John has a big task ahead of him. A lot of eyes are going to be on this project. We're going to continue to watch it with you, and just kind of share what we see as this project unfolds here. Well, hey, that's all we got for today. Thanks for watching. As always, we're going to ask you, if you haven't done it, subscribe to the channel, hit the thumbs up, and leave us some comments. We've been getting a lot of comments on the channel here. We certainly we try to respond to as many as we can. And as always, we'll say you guys be safe out there.